So today we're back on the very rusty Volvo 740 and it's time to get stripping. Now, I'm actually trying to move it down into the bottom garage. It's finally free for us to get in there and do some work. But we're having a little bit of a difficulty moving it. It's seized up, the brakes are seized on. I checked this back one and it is turning okay. The front one is locked solid, so I've whipped the wheel off. I was going to save the calipers, but I don't know if I'll bother. Is it worth it? I mean, these are really eating into. Don't know if I'll bother, but I needed to take the wheels off anyway because I want to keep those 15-inch steels. I'm going to chuck on a scrap set of 14-inch. So yeah, anyway, so we'll get it moved, so we don't know with the neighbours. So hopefully I can get this caliper off. We'll see how the other side is as well. Probably have to do the same, and then yeah, see if we can get it rolling because it's only me and Miss Involvod, so it's got to roll freely. It's going to be difficult enough anyway. Never mind with sticky brakes. So let's see if we can do it. I feel a bit like Flexini doing this, dealing with stuck brakes and trying to free them off so we can. The only difference is we're not going to start this one and drive it round a field. It pivots. I don't think I'll bother saving that caliper. There's no point. I do like to keep them and rebuild them, but when it looks like that, I'd rather just spend, even if it's like €100 for a new caliper, I think I'd rather just pay it, because when it's that crusty, I don't think there's any point, to be honest. Knock the pads out of it. Almost down to the metal. So at this point I drained the brake fluid out of the car because I needed to remove the calipers anyway so that the 14-inch wheels would fit. There we go. I tried to jack this side up. I got it up most of the way, enough to know that the wheel spins freely, which is nice. I can't get it up any higher because the more I pump the jack, the more the jacking point just disappears up into the car. So before I forget, let me know if you want anything off this car. I can't make any promises, and I'm not really going to give too much stuff away. I have done in the past, but before I start doing that, YouTube needs to up the pay a little bit. Yeah, I need to get what I can out of this to be able to spend it on the 240 wagon project to get that sorted. Just making my way through it, trying to get the dash out actually, because although it's got a couple of cracks there and there, the top is really nice and shiny and good. It's starting to lift a little bit, I think, in the middle there, but overall it's not got any big cracks all the way through it, you know, so I think it's definitely worth removing if I can remove it. Not exactly sure what I'm doing, but that was a bit of work, that. Man, in there, that's your heater core for your cabin heat. So you can see they started with that and then they built the rest of the car around it. So dash has to come out, all this has to come off to get to that. And people normally say it takes them a couple of days to do this job. So, and I can see why, especially, you know, it would take me longer than it has done if I was actually doing it properly and I needed to get it all back together in the correct way. But yeah, there we go. The parts pile is piling up. Some of you might remember my 740 and my not so good fabrication for the front floors with the help of Whiteland Restorations.
See, lumpy bit. I wonder if it fits still. Mercedes car, there you go.
Right. There you go, Sledge.
Thanks, guys. That's fine. Okay, in we go. I need to sort that car out properly. 2 years on, the repair is still holding up just fine as it was. There's no issue there at all because we got rid of nearly all of the rust and we sealed it all up nice, and we did an okay job, didn't we? It was a budge, but it was something to last a little bit of time anyway. But we need to get in there, of course, and do it all properly. But if the floors are nice, we could actually get some repair pieces there, can't we? Let's get this out now. Bit of tape here. Ich bin mein Lieblingsstier, Entspannung and Fantasy for Kinder. Oh, I'll have to try that for the little one. 1984. Jesus. Oh yes. We've got a euro. So it cost me 299 euros technically, this car. So yeah, there you go. For all those haters that said 300 euros was a terrible deal for this car. It doesn't stop there because we've got a couple of Deutschmarks as well. Deutschmark. One Deutschmark, 1950. That's cool, isn't it? Anyway. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Strawberry red. Ready to go. Yeah, it just looks great, doesn't it? With this whole area, I mean, to fabricate it all, it's going to take a little bit of doing, isn't it? There's a lot of folds and rolls and twists and turns. It's going to be more difficult. At least if I can just cut that whole floor pan out and then we just repair it as needed, put some patches on top of that, and then just put the whole thing into Elsa. Just had someone come and help me. Or maybe not. Was it something I said? He's a big boy. You any good at lifting out gearboxes, mate? There it goes. So original Volvo again. It's either been replaced with a Volvo clutch or this is the original clutch, the original Sachs clutch. Roughly 350,000 kilometers. I think it's 340 something thousand, I'll check. So whatever that is in miles, obviously way over 200,000 miles. So we're most of the way there with this Volvo 740. It's not very nice to see it being pulled apart, is it? But it is helping to save a lot of other Volvos, including my own. So I took the tail lights off it, which were almost like new, fitted them to Elsa. If you've been watching the channel for any length of time, you know how bad the tail lights are on Elsa. Faded, damaged, all the rest of it. So yeah, got the old ones off, got the new and fresh ones on, and it just looks so much better. So I'm really happy with that. Carpet set went for €30 and a few other bits and pieces as well. Heater core, heater exchanger, housing. I sold that for €70, complete with blower motor and everything else that's connected to it. I think the headlights went for 60 for the pair. And yeah, the list goes on. So obviously it's helping put a few pennies back into the pot as well. And of course helping a lot of the Volvos stay on the road, which is what it's all about, isn't it? So I'm going to leave it there because it's not that fun really to see a poor old Volvo get stripped apart, and we've done most of it anyway. So I'll see you in the next one where we finally make some progress on the 245 project. So thanks for watching and I'll see you then.